Hey, everybody. It's a beautiful Tuesday, March the 30th. It's National Pencil Day, and it's time for the Wise Guys and Girl, sponsored by Kmart, the best in defunct retail. Love where you're locked down. As always, let's start with Sir and the weather.
Well, sir, ne'er a truer word hath been spoken. Beautiful indeed for a Tuesday. It is currently 9 degrees as we work our way up to a high of 17 degrees. Glorious today, in fact. But get out those umbrellas. Unfortunately, a little active weather is on its way tomorrow, so it'll be a wet Wednesday and a cooler Thursday. But beautiful Easter weekend on tap for all.
Excellent. 17 on day 17. Today is Hump Day, and it's dry.
We're going to confuse the folks here.
Really going to confuse everybody.
Every year we pencil in March 30th as National Pencil Day to honor the writing utensil that has done more than just teach millions the alphabet and draw straight lines. I, in my collection, have a pencil that used to belong to William Shakespeare. Noted that he chewed on it a lot, and now I can't tell if it's a to be or not to be. Went through a bit of a crafty phase, and I had made a pencil with 2 erasers. That turned out to be really pointless.
Oh, God.
And you know, of course, pencils and erasers cannot move because they are stationary. And you probably know Rain's really into painting. I'm more into drawing, and after a lot of practice, I'm ready to finally start to hang some of my pencil drawings around. But I'm afraid it's going to make the house look sketchy. So I think I'll hold off. All righty. It's time for Tunes with Tamik. Tamik, what are we listening to today? I'm thinking you're going to select Pencil Thin Mustache by Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, I did not even know there was a song that existed under that name. Actually, today I'm celebrating somebody we've celebrated before. But it's in honor of her birthday today, and an amazing singer-songwriter by the name of Tracy Chapman. She knows what to do with that pencil, people. And I found a deep cut. Like, you know the regulars, but I found a really deep cut. And it's called At This Point in My Life. And I was like, again, so appropriate. And it kind of reminds me of something Venturo mentioned on Monday, which was yesterday, which would make it Tuesday. Anyway, and it goes, at this point in my life, although I've mostly walked in the shadows, I am still searching for the light. When you put your faith in me, we both know that's what matters. If you give me a chance, I'll try. You see, I've been climbing stairs, but mostly stumbling down. I've been reaching high, always losing ground. You see, I've conquered hills, but I still have mountains to climb. And right now, I'm doing the best that I can at this point in my life. And it really reminded me of when Venturo was talking about yesterday about sort of, you hit an obstacle, and there are going to be more, but it's the obstacles that you hit in life that kind of move you along and allow you and enable you to overcome the later obstacles. And I thought that this song was a really good example of that. I just like the idea of I've conquered hills, but I still have mountains to climb. But right now, I'm doing the best that I can. And that is me. Right now. And I think for all of us, I've been talking to a lot of teachers, and a lot of teachers are stressed out. A lot of teachers are feeling very inadequate right now, feeling like they're not giving their best for their students. And a lot of students are feeling like they're not giving their best and they're not doing their best. And whoever's listening, we're doing the best that we can. And it's not going to be the best that we have done in the past, because it's a different circumstance. But you got to know that you're doing the best that you can. And, you got to... We're moving through these hills right now and mountains, right? So keep listening. Tracy Chapman is an incredible singer-songwriter, and what I love about her is just the plain honesty of her lyrics. Like you connect to them because they're very, very real. So that is my pick
Yeah.
today. Chase Chapman, at this point in my life.
Wow. Awesome thoughts and words. And with the work and help of support of family and friends, you can make that mountain into a molehill.
This is true. This is true.
But also a reminder about, one of the 4 agreements to always do your best. And your best changes from moment to moment.
That's right.
And, at any time that you're at, just do the best that you can do. And that's all anyone can ever ask.
That's it. And honestly, that's what keeps you that's what keeps your mind quiet, right? Is just knowing that, expectations are going to be different, right? But I can feel the anxiety, we can all feel it. Especially we're heading to the end of our session and we're going to be getting a new session soon. But everybody just take it easy. We're almost there. We're pushing through and you're almost at the end. So just keep doing your best, and that's all you can do.
And once we get through today's mountain, we get 2 more to get through, then 4 off, then 4 on, then 9 off.
That's it.
Awesome chance for everyone to unplug and refresh and get ready for the home stretch.
Absolutely.
All right, beautiful. It is time for Ventures with Venturo. Venturo, what have you got for us today?
You know what? In celebration of today's day, National Pencil Day, I've been looking at the modern day pencil, which is the stylus. So for those teachers out there that miss writing on your whiteboard and miss that interaction with your class, if you have an iPad or a Surface with a stylus, then you can bring back that feel right back into your teaching. What we have noticed though is that if you have an iPad, it works a little bit better if you're sharing your screen and using the native apps on the iPad. So if you use like Note, it's pretty awesome. So for those math teachers that you want to work out those problems again, just as if you were in the classroom, you can also experience and experiment with that and experience that joy of that interaction again. If you have a Surface, we found that it's best if you use the browser that's native to the Surface, which is Edge. It works much better that way. So go dabble and experiment with that and use the modern day pencil and get creative again. That's it from Ventures with Venturo.
Right on. Go and play and have fun.
Very creative, Venturo.
Yes.
Kudos.
Okay, it's Tuesday. It is time for Tuesday's trivia.
As you know, I always pride myself on having something interactive to offer whenever possible when it comes to these trivia things. So, ironically enough, I just bought a new pencil and it writes underwater. So I just wanted to get from the audience, how many other words do you think it writes? Well, if you dry it off, in addition to writing the word underwater, it can write endless numbers.
Oh, boy.
Yes, a full head shake. Looks like Tamik has another migraine.
I thought for sure there was going to be something today about accountants and constipation, but we won't go there.
I
There's time.
couldn't work it out.
Yeah, work it out with a pencil, that's right.
Okay, I got it.
All right, that's where we're at today, everybody. That's it for us.
Wait, what is the most common pencil? Isn't it HB?
I would think so.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
That is a good question.
Isn't it Abba Pensanello?
What? You're always
The
looking-
inventor of the pencil.
So what's the Stradivarius of pencils?
Golly, I'm going with the Blackwings nowadays.
Yeah.
Big fan of them.
What the heck is H? Okay, hold on. Hard black.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Who knew?
We have some real trivia on Trivia Tuesday.
Wow. I guess because you do. I don't like the softer pencils for real. Because when you write with the softer ones, it just, I don't know. It doesn't look as clean.
Well, you get way more dust too, don't you?
I probably.
We're going to have to check some of the back shows, but I think as opposed to Mark's responses on Wednesdays, that's really the most factual thing we've heard on the show.
By the way, you can combine your efforts and Rain's if you get those watercolor pencils. You do the pencil work, and then you drop a little water on it, and it turns into a painting. Those are so fun.
I've heard of those.
Are those the ones that write underwater?
Yeah, well, that becomes, it starts to look like your background.
My favorite pencils and erasers, you know the Stedler?
Yes, Stadler. That was the one I was thinking was like the.
And Stadler erasers especially, those are my favorite.
No, come on. How could you forego the classic pink rubber?
I hate.
It's all over everything.
Yeah.
This is the problem with being a Capricorn. Like I would rather pay like triple the price for a Stadler than that, because then it leaves the mark. It's not perfect.
Right.
And then you got to rewrite everything.
The residue.
Or you have to write it clean that you don't ever need to use the eraser because the eraser is paint. That's what I do.
I gotta tell you something for free that you need to spend on quality writing instruments. Do not crimp on writing instruments.
Yeah.
No, it's like it makes a difference.
Oh.
Especially in pencils, like the smooth. It's a smooth movement, not that like start and stop gritty movement.
No, it'll change your whole day. And if you can do a nice clean erase,
Yeah.
not that we make mistakes, but sometimes you got to tidy up your writing a little bit. Oh,
Yeah. Despite the writing utensil, it's not going to help my penmanship.
See, I never commit anything to paper because it's always safer that way.
I can see why you wouldn't, Paul.
Okay. Boy, this is 2 facts in one show.
I can truly see why Paul would have that philosophy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing like a beautiful pen. My favorite. Okay, remember Grand and Toy had the yellow pens with the blue cover,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a really thin point. Those were my favorite.
Okay, but before we wrap up today, honestly, I have to give a Venturo type pro tip. You know the Stadler white erasers?
Yeah.
They are remarkable for removing tarnish from jewelry.
Really?
You rub anything that's tarnished with those white, and the luster comes back to your metals.
Really?
Absolutely gorgeous.
Man, those erasers are amazing.
And it doesn't damage anything because they're so soft, right?
Yeah. No, those are the best erasers.
I think we got ourselves an afternoon project.
Okay, so tomorrow I want to see a piece of jewelry that you've rubbed with your Stadler white eraser. Make sure it's the white because I take no financial responsibility if you've got hints of pink embedded in the diamonds of your wife's ring or your whatever.
So, Paul, I did try that with a lamp that I had, and this massive genie appeared.
Oh my
I
god.
guess it was a great rub.
Whoa.
The tarnish.
I am totally out.
Don't want to hear about how you get the genie back into the lamp, sir.
Lots of edits here, sir.
Ooh.
Oh,
You didn't stop recording it either.
no.
Oh,
We're into free activity time now.
Oh man.
Well, okay. It'll be fitting that that's it for us just before Easter, everybody.
hopefully we'll be back next week.
All right. Thanks to our fans and friends and odds and ends for listening. Have a great Tuesday or whatever day you happen to be hearing. We are the Wise Guys and Girl, leaving you smarter and happier than you were yesterday.